Okay, we're back. So Bram just handed himself over to Primordus. So essentially, the spirits are using their connection through him instead of going into Primordus's head. Because when they tried to go into his head, he just tried to eat them because he didn't realize what was happening. But Bram tried to reach out to him. I guess Raven maybe formed a connection between their minds, and Primordus was able to sense that Bram intended to become his champion, to serve him, and so he accepted that. And so the spirits are working through Bram to direct Primordus, or at least that's what was supposed to happen. Who knows what actually will.
Commander, it's Crecia. What's your day look like?
I'm sure you're about to tell me.
Malice and I reached out to the Olmakhan. We're spearheading an alliance. Long term.
Is that something they'd be interested in? I mean, with the Flame Legion back in the picture,
It's a new Flame Legion, or a new Char, a united Char. The Olmakhan are at least willing to hear us out. They're sending Rox as their representative, and I'd like you to join us. A kind of neutral mediator.
I'd be honored. Haven't seen Rock since Dragonfall. It'll be nice to catch up.
We're meeting south of Lion's Arch, Bloodtide Coast. See you soon, Commander.
Alright, so we're gonna go help form an alliance between the Olmakhan and well, what's left of the United Legions. Because Crecia is trying to stop that alliance from collapsing. Now, that they've dealt with the threat of the Dominion and the Frost Legion. Well, Frost Legion is still active. Bloodtide Coast. Interesting spot for a meeting, but I suppose neutral ground. Because these are very these people are very far apart. Although Asura Gates can unite all people, I suppose. Really worries me how much control the Asura have over everybody. Let's go. That's not unsettling at all. Ice everywhere. Buildings seemingly destroyed. Oh shit.
Hey, Commander! We'll have to save the reunion for later. Dormag's trying to sneak an Icebrood army into Lion's Arch.
Well, that sucks. Just turn this down a bit. Hopefully you should be able to hear me very well. Jormag's trying to take Lion's Arch. So I guess Jormag's afraid Primordus will move on it. Sons of Svanna seem to really be coming out of the woodwork now. I suppose the reason there's so many of them is because they haven't died of old age. So it's probably, the numbers are probably built up over the years. Maybe Jormag was saving them for a time when she needed a bigger army. Wait, so what am I doing? Falcons evacuated supplies, delivered Icerood, killed all the Icerood we needed, siege weapon supplies. Okay, where am I taking those? Up here. Something I love about the Dragon Response missions though is it really shows how all of Tyria is under threat now. Like before it was like, the Elder Dragons are attacking, but no one seems to care because they're not really on their home turf. It's like, they're on their home turf now, fuck. Come on, do this.
Accelerate! We need to fortify our defenses! And why are there so many squadrons everywhere? They live here, Crecia. Come on, Commander. Let's pitch in.
I love Malice, she just seems... it's everything about her. Also heard Duplicity, it seems she was considering back in the Dominion, at least for a moment. I mean, but Malice hasn't been here before, so yes, they live here, Crecia. I mean, but... oh no, sorry, but there was Crecia saying that. I thought it was Rox for a second, who was not really a stranger to these lands. She spent plenty of time around Lion's Arch. For a second I thought the excess Quaggan was going to be a hint at Deep Sea Dragon.
Everyone stay ready for another surge.
Alright, there's one more Quaggan we need to get. What's up? Where are you supposed to be?
That's a lot of Icebrood! We making a dent at all? We haven't been overrun, so that's good at least.
And it looks like our reinforcements finally decided to show up.
Never thought I'd say this, but I'm actually relieved to see Flame Legion. Come on, let's help them out.
Right behind you.
Okay, so the Flame Legion are going to fight beside the Olmakhan for the first time in a while. The Olmakhan, for those who don't know, are essentially a split faction from the Flame Legion hundreds of years ago. They weren't comfortable with what they were doing, they weren't comfortable with their way of life, so they left. Where am I taking this? What are we doing with the lighthouse? Oh, the fire ritual. Right. Up here?
Charged up.
That's my... There we go. Yeah, so the Olmakhan, because they're a split faction from the Flame Legion, they are very magic focused, and they're much more democratic as well, which is interesting. The Flame Legion seem to be based around like a similar Legion sort of structure, like with one Imperator making the decisions, and like that was the same back then, but even more authoritarian because they had so much more power, particularly over the other legions.
Charged up.
Because the Olmakhan split from the Flame Legion at its height. Like, they are not what they were. Please don't combat. Don't like your waves. That's good.
Feel the bird. Lightning bolt.
Sounds like this one, like, just seeing, like, other players running around, all these factions, it really shows that the Pact is not a thing anymore. Like, they never recovered from their fight against them. They lend a hand, but really it's the main Superior doing this now. Which could be interesting because the Pact is playing a big part in uniting factions, or at least it used to. So once the threat of the Elder Dragons is passed, what are they all going to do? Like, Crecia is friendly towards them. She seems to want to build up the Char's strength, like, out of conquest. Like, but there could be security, but she's formed friendly enough relations now that I doubt it's just showing. Whereas Iron Legion, it seemed that they only wanted an alliance with humans temporary, or at least Smoter did. Still sad about what they did to Smoter though. Oh shit, they're inside. Nope. Probably just made up some range.
No, 6 feet tall. Us two have to leave and come back to apologize. This isn't how I wanted to reintroduce ourselves. I should have known things wouldn't go according to plan. You invited the commander after all.
Yes, we really should stop doing that.
I'm right here, Imperator.
You know the Olmakhan won't shy away from a fight that needs fighting. You do. Well, now you're fighting for the future of the
Charged up.
You can't sit that out, no matter what a lightning bolt.
Said it better myself. Welcome to the good fight.
I suppose Rox is a decent mediator because she left the Blood Legion for the Olmakhan, so she's no longer even a member of the Legions. So she's a good mediator if there's any. But you'd think that like at least one of the elders would be good. Although maybe they don't trust enough. Maybe they figure Rox will. If she has enough allies that if things go to shit, she'll be okay.
Accelerate.
I'm so intrigued as to what's going to happen to the Frost Legion after all this. What do they believe in? Are they going to just become what the Flame Legion used to be? Like, they want to use ice magic and, like, serve any higher being? Or are they going to become obsessed with, like, bringing these titanic beings to the world to heal? That was Vanguard's line of thought, and that is a very unique way of thinking. And I very much hope they don't lose that in the long run. I hope they're not like a. I hope the faction sticks around even after the Icebrood Saga storyline finishes. Like, I hope my theory is like Vanguard's gonna lead into the mists or something. Let's try to kill it. I always wonder what the Flame Legion would think about Prime Mortis. Because they worship destroyers once. Oh wait, what's happening up here? Oh, there's a ship. What are we fighting? Oh shit, okay, it's like a Frost Legion Shaman or something. That'll work, these players clearly know what they're doing.
I like this one.
I think Rock said something about a positive attitude. That's a tribute. So, it's just not much, which not watch, just what they do. Hey Rocks, kettle in hand. Do I only have one teammate now? Pretty sure I do. Oh, they're using the cannons. Okay, so Ice Barrier is one of its abilities, not like a just an environmental thing they've built into the encounter. So it's trying to rebuild the ice wall. They're on the cannons to stop them from doing that. I think that's why so few people are out here with me. Try the other. What's my saying?
Let's take them out with the cannons!
There's a second off on that side. Yeah, I'm taking it down. Okay. Shit. Oh fuck. Unfortunately, didn't leave me inside my swamp.
That's the last ice ball's out. Let's get back in there.
Just alright, they are making these Icebrood Saga bosses quite bullet spongy a lot of the time. That's where the instances aren't crazy long, so we're trying to throw out playtime a bit.
We're fine. Looks like they're pulling back. Thank you, Rox.
Like I said, Olmakhan can't sit this out. But there's something else.
Oh? What's that?
Bonica's first thought was this might be another Imperator vanity exercise like Bangar's All-Legion rally. The more I thought about it, and your moves over the last year, Malice, are you planning to become Connor?
I don't want it. Ash politics are the only kind I care about. I like having equals to spy on. Makes things interesting.
Well, that was I didn't expect anyone to ask that. Like, Malice, I never thought Malice was gunning for Khan or more Crecia. And also, like, if anything, well, I think probably the coolest thing would be a Carnor who's secretly Ash, like someone who's a member of one of the other legions, but they're actually a secret Ash member the whole time. That would be really interesting. But like, Ash straight out becoming the dominant legion, I don't think they have the firepower or the army to actually do that. But manipulating the other legions into doing what they want, that is their specialty. Because they probably have heaps of secret sleeper agents that are actually Ash Legion. So I very much doubt that Malice likes having equals. I think she wants to control the Char for her own, like, an Ash Legion's benefit, or at least like control the Char as for what she sees as the best way to go. Because she had a secret military workshop. There was Ash Legion working for the Dominion, and it was implied that Malice knew about it and may have been in contact with Vanguard. Like, she was playing both sides, and she seemed to be pitting Vanguard a fair bit when he got turned into that creature, whereas everyone else is like, sucked in, or like, oh my god. Let's see what they have to say. Thanks for helping us, Commander. So much for neutral mediation. Mediation. Recruiting the Olmakhan was your idea?
It's not really recruiting. I know the Olmakhan take a dim view of the Flame Legion, and now they're back in the fold. The last thing I wanted was a rift between us. Flames changed. The Char have changed. I want them to see that.
I don't think the Char have changed as much as everyone seems to think. It's more necessity pushing them to be nicer, whereas some of them cling to the past where they sought to be the dominant race on Tyrion. I'll talk to Malice last.
Good to see you.
Never a dull moment when you're around, Commander. Thanks for helping us out. How's life with the Olmakhan?
Simple, you know? Quiet. Nice. Frostbite loves it too. Devourers don't usually get to retire. Heard about some of the stuff that's happened since Dragonfall. Sometimes I miss it. Most times I don't.
Yeah, so I guess Rox kind of just figured she'd had enough. Like, the battles weren't going to end, so... Which I kind of respect, but also, we need your help. The world's in danger. You talked to Bram since you joined the Olmakhan?
I heard something about Primordius and the spirits of the wild. Figured I'd give him some space. I'm proud of him, though. Last time we sent letters was a year ago? He was changed. Even then. Good to see you.
Do you really think the Olmakhan will forgive them?
But then, that's the old Flame Legion. Everything I've heard about Ephraim is not that. They're fighting to save this world, and the Olmakhan will do the same. So, we'll figure it out.
Although, when Ephraim first came to Bangai, he said those of us that want peace, that he was leading. So, there are remnants of the Flame Legion out there who still don't want to let go of the past. But Ephraim seems to hold the strongest faction now. And also the Dominion probably attracted a fair few stragglers, because the Flame Legion was on the back foot for so long that joining another legion that was seeking to become the strongest one, or well, I don't know, some would see it that way. I expect there's very few out of the fringes now. Hello. Sorry, there we go. First Primordius tries taking Lion's Arch, then Jorman. What did Primordius try to do? They were lucky you were here to help.
We all did our part. The reinforcements didn't hurt either. As always, appreciate the extra paw.
What do you think about the Olmakhan?
Whenever I had to put up with Bangar or Smolder's crap, I envied their simplified priorities. Can't blame them for sticking their heads in the sand when we were tearing ourselves apart in Drizzlewood. But they're here now. That's all I care about. And Rox has always been reliable. I'm glad she's with us.
Aww.
Rox has always been reliable. You two have never met, as far as I know. That's... have you just been watching her, or have you two been talking? Interesting. Sharp politics, that's one of my favorite parts of this story these days. Alright, let's go.